Welcome. Today we're going to install Lucy hardware on a Quantum Edge wheelchair. In the box you will find a user manual, the smart frame with attached fusion sensors, the Lucy Link hub, a dashboard, the Scout, and all the additional small parts and tools you will need to install Lucy hardware on a Quantum Edge wheelchair. The left and right fusion sensors are attached to the smart frame with cables. Carefully remove these 3 attached pieces from the box and lay it out next to the wheelchair so that the smart frame is behind the wheelchair and a fusion sensor is on each side. Using an 8mm Allen wrench, loosen the insidemost bolt of the wheelchair's rear tie-down bracket, both left and right side. Loosen 1/8 of an inch. Do not remove. However, do remove the outermost tie-down bolt on each side. Pull both tie-down brackets outward, creating 1/8 of an inch of space between the tie-down bracket and the chair. Slide the smart frame between the rear tie-down brackets and chair frame. The smart frame is notched to fit next to the bolts that were just loosened. Reinsert the rearmost tie-down bracket bolt. Completely tighten both front and inside tie-down bracket bolts. Make sure the cables go over the top of the tie-down bracket. Again, using your 8mm Allen wrench, remove and discard the insidemost bolt of the wheelchair's front tie-down bracket. Replace it with the provided extra large bolt. Do not tighten completely. Leave about 1/8 inch of space. Remove and discard the forwardmost bolt of the wheelchair's front tie-down bracket on the left side. Slide the fusion sensor in between the tie-down bracket and chair frame. Insert an extra large bolt into the forwardmost tie-down bracket. Completely tighten both front and inside tie-down bracket bolts. Warning: incorrectly routed cables from the smart frame to fusion sensors will inhibit the installation. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Again, using your 8mm Allen wrench, remove and discard the insidemost bolt of the wheelchair's front tie-down bracket. Replace it with the provided extra large bolt. Do not tighten completely. Leave about 1/8 inch of space. Remove and discard the forwardmost bolt of the wheelchair's front tie-down bracket on the right side. Slide the fusion sensor in between the tie-down bracket and chair frame. Insert an extra large bolt into the forwardmost tie-down bracket. Completely tighten both front and inside tie-down bracket bolts. On the back of the wheelchair, unplug the main bus cable and plug it into the female bus cable end on the smart frame. Plug the male bus cable end from the smart frame into the main wheelchair bus outlet. Use two M4 screws to screw the footplate assembly to the underside of the footplate. Turn the chair on and raise the footrest to its full extent. Route the Scout cable along the side and top of the footplate, then along the back of the leg rest, zip tying it to the stationary bracket low on the leg rest. Make sure the footplate still has its full range of motion. Use the long zip tie to secure the cable to the stationary bracket just under the seat. From there, follow existing cabling underneath the seat, utilizing the existing cable clips toward the back of the seat. Select the appropriate dashboard bracket. One is for a traditional joystick, the other will work with an alternative drive. Attach the appropriate bracket to the dashboard with 1/4-inch screws. With a screwdriver, remove the 4 screws attaching the joystick or alternative drive device. If you'll swing the armrest up, you can install the dashboard at a more comfortable height. Insert the dashboard in between the joystick and the chair bracket. Reinsert and tighten all 4 screws. Route the dashboard cable toward the back of the chair. Following existing cables, zip tie along the way. All cables should be installed, bundled, and routed so as to avoid damage to the cables through pinching or dragging, and to avoid excess cable length that could lead to entanglement or strangulation. Use the alcohol wipe to clean a flat area on the wheelchair seat back. Remove the Velcro backing from the LucyLink hub back cover and affix it to the cleaned area, but not over the queue, like this guy in the video. Affix it so that the cable exits the LucyLink hub at the bottom. If the wheelchair seat raises and lowers, raise the seat to its fullest extent and follow existing cabling along the seat mechanism, zip tying into place. If the cable is too long, specifically for models with seats that do not raise, loop the excess cable and zip tie it together, securing it to the wheelchair. Remove the cover from the LucyLink hub. There you will find USB outlets. Next, plug in the cables from the Scout, the dashboard, and the SmartFrame. Put the cables through the foam and screw the cover back onto the LucyLink hub. Before you finish, clean up any existing cables, zip tying them into place. You have successfully installed Lucy hardware. If the rider typically uses backpacks or hangs other bags off his or her wheelchair, suggest the rider clip their LucyLink key to a different location on the wheelchair to avoid knocking it out of its magnetized place on the LucyLink hub.